Hey guys, this is Paul at rcFoamFighters. Thanks for joining me for this real quick video update. Basically, I just want to do a quick video on the Jupiter project, give you guys an update where I'm at with that, and also update you on a couple other projects that I have going on in the background. First, we'll get into the Jupiter. Basically, we went out to Herman Airport last weekend. The weather wasn't the greatest, so I didn't really get to do a whole lot of testing of the Jupiter airplane, but I did get to do one test of the Jupiter with the KFM2 airfoil. We'll get into the video and take a look at it and see how it all went. Okay guys, we're back out here at Herman today. I brought the Jupiter, but the conditions aren't the greatest. It's kind of cloudy and wet, so I probably won't get into a whole lot of testing today. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do maybe at least one flight here. I'm going to take off the KFM3 airfoils, and we're going to test out the plane with the KFM2 airfoil. So basically we're going to take out the second step and fly it with the single step and see if we can notice any differences in the way it flies or handles. And just kind of do some pre-tests before we start getting into the load tests. Okay guys, I'm getting ready to take the Jupiter up. I've got the KFM3 airfoil pieces removed here. So now we have a single step. I'm going to be testing the KFM2 to see how it affects the plane in flight. See if it changes the CG or the lift or anything, if I can notice it on the way it flies. So let's see how it goes. Hopefully it flies good. And hopefully my CG didn't change too much. Ready? Here we go. Oh. Whoa, man, I got sick. It seems like it had noticeably less lift.
A little unplanned load testing.
Looks like I got a stick stuck in there. That might have been clogging it up too.
Yeah.
Where's the stick at?
Stuck in the back wheel. But yeah, it looks like the KFM3 definitely had more lift on takeoff. So, wow, I got a stick on it.
He's carrying a
Unintentional load test. So I think Dick Klein is correct in saying that the KFM3 is definitely better for a heavy lifter, just from what I noticed already in the flight characteristic of the KFM2 versus the KFM3.
Other than that, how's it flying?
Feels pretty stable still. Let's see.
Is it trying to nose up or down?
Yeah, it looks like it's nosing up a little, so it might have moved my CG a little. Let's see, I guess to the back.
Yeah, the KF2 is known for that though. It's known for...
It seems like it wants to be more stable though. It wants to be more self-leveling than the KFM3.
I know the KF3 has a little wider CG range.
You want to do any speed tests on it?
Yeah, right now actually too, it seems like it's slower.
Hey Tom, get the radar gun.
I can tell you, I don't know if it's my batteries, but it feels a lot slower. I don't know if it's creating more drag.
It probably is. The step is higher.
Yeah, it's a pretty tall step too. I might have to adjust it, like I was saying earlier, where I may have to put another piece in to bring up the step so it's not as tall.
I think you're still within the range though of 7 to 9%, of the wingspan, or the wings width.
Yeah, it definitely feels a lot slower. I don't know if it's just the batteries, because these were not fresh charged. They were charged a couple days ago. But even at lower throttle, you would.
Is she getting the radar gun or not?
I don't know. I don't think we need to do it. I can tell already. It feels more locked into me though. Roll-wise, seems like it's less twitchy, and it wants to self-level pretty much.
Yeah, that's the one thing I did like about the KF2, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing under 50 now.
Yeah, well that wasn't even full throttle.
Whereas with the KF3,
you got the radar? Okay, yeah, it feels a lot slower to me.
it looks a lot slower. Yeah, it does.
My battery's gone. Hang on. I'm bringing her in.
Did you charge those?
Yeah, I thought I did. Puddle, 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 puddle. Watch out, guys, coming in.
Yeah, just there. No.
Oh! Woo, right around the puddle.
Nice.
Okay, so it's possibly those batteries weren't fully charged, but even on the takeoff though, it felt like it had less lift than before. So I do a couple checks. I got another pair of batteries, see the voltage on them, then we'll try and get it back up again with the KFM2. Okay, well that concludes the Jupiter part of the video this week. Basically, I don't think the tests were totally conclusive. After looking at the video, to me it didn't sound like my motors were winding up as much as they did on the first couple tests. So I don't think my batteries were fully charged, so I don't think it's totally conclusive. Hopefully next time we get out there I can do a back-to-back test with fully charged batteries with the KFM2 versus the KFM3, and hopefully also the Clark Y. So let's hope for better weather coming in the coming weeks. If not, we'll probably have some other projects that we'll be covering. Some of the projects I'll be getting into here in a little bit. Okay guys, now we'll get into some of the side projects that I'm going to be working on here. Basically, a few of you guys have been requesting that we get back into doing some foam board models because you like how simple they are to put together and how low cost they are and how easy it is to get the materials for them. One of the main requests that you guys were sending us via email was to do a F-117. So basically I started doing some basic plans and mock-ups of Foam Fighter style F-117. Basically it's going to be pretty simple. There's going to be some modifications that are made from the original design, as like I usually do, to make the RC airplane a little bit more effective and hopefully fly a little easier and better. Basically one of the quick simple changes I did versus the real scale plane is I moved the tail fins apart a little farther. So they're basically, on the full size one, they're going to be about 6 inches apart, so they won't be directly in the prop wash, so hopefully that'll free up some of the thrust. And both Frank and I, we always like to do our foam board models. We like to make them very free flow right through the air ducts, so they're going to be a little oversized. I was going to get a lot more scale, make everything totally angular like the real model, but I think it's going to be simpler for you guys and myself too. I'm just going to make it actually pretty similar to some of the other foam board models I already made. I kind of had the idea looking at the F-22. Basically I took the box section of the F-22, where it's just straight and level, and then I just added this cockpit piece, flipped it over and added the cockpit piece to make it pretty simple. So I think it's coming along pretty good. We're going to be getting into the next phase where I'm going to start doing the flight tests and stuff like that. I really got one kind of full-scale mock-up that I kind of put together. Some of the panels were a little off, so I got to do some adjustments on that and put together a final test model. See how it flies, get everything dialed in, and then hopefully after we get it all working, I'll have some free plans out for this model too. Okay guys, here's a quick view of more of a full-scale mock-up of the F-117 as it is in progress right now. As I mentioned, I have to adjust the panels here. They didn't quite line up in the tabs that I originally made, but that should be pretty easy to fix. I did like the way the nose turned out. I did add the extra angles in the side, and I think it adds a little more character to it. It has a diamond nose, and as I mentioned, here's the free flow air ducts. They're going to flow right through. The sides will be pushed out just a little bit more on the final model. It's going to have a pretty cool little hatch here in the back. Let's see, I just got it taped right now. Okay, and I'm going to have an integrated battery tray, kind of like I always do on the foam board models. So that'll all be cut, and I like the way it fits. It really fits together nice and neat, and the motor mount will mount right back here on the back. Basically, it's open for up to a 7-inch prop in the back. I'll probably be running a 6-inch prop with probably Grayson Hobby Super Mega Jet or one of the Turnigy motors. And as I mentioned, as you see, I spread out the tail fins. I wasn't sure how it was going to look, but after putting it on there, I actually kind of like it spread out that way. I think it'll give a little bit freer flow for the prop wash to come right off the back. And one of the other minor changes I did, the real plane has the backs of the wings kicked in a lot farther, like that angle. I stretched them out backwards, hopefully to make it a little bit more flight friendly. Hopefully the elevons will catch the wind a little bit better. And I'll probably be using some sort of let's see, control arms and the type that slide inside the tube, fit back there somehow. I still got to get that all set up, but things come along pretty good. I'll keep you guys updated with this project and how it goes. So stay tuned. There should be a Foam Fighters F-117 coming out fairly soon. Okay guys, well that's pretty much the update on the foam board models. I did get a lot of requests also for people asking about possibly a F-35 model and maybe a F-18. Those might be coming up in the future, as well as maybe some of the Russian jets. We'll probably do some of those in the future also. So look forward to more foam board models. We'll try and add some of these in as we go, every once in a while, maybe once a month or every other month or something like that. So I know you guys like the simpler, easy to build foam board models. So keep an eye out for that. One of the other projects I'm going to be working on is I'm going to be building another Nova jet. I'm going to basically call it the Supernova. I'm going to be using the power system that Frank just put in the Fun Jet that did 146 miles an hour. So the Supernova, I'm probably going to do as a build along. So if any of you guys are interested in that, keep an eye out. I'll be doing a blog post here probably in the next couple weeks, letting you guys know what we need to get for this build. If any of you guys are interested in doing a build along of the Supernova jet. And I'll possibly include also at the same time, if you guys don't want to build the super fast one, I'll probably put in the plans for the smaller size one that can be run on a 2212-6 motor or even a Grayson Hobby Super Mega Jet. So keep an eye out on that. That's the basic update on the projects coming up here in the future. So stay tuned. A lot more coming up from RC Foam Fighters.